Good morning. How are you doing? I'm so excited to be with you guys this morning. I would love for you to do one thing right now. I think we are still at a stage where people need a little bit of help waking up and getting back to the normal routines. Maybe they're just so focused on their cup of coffee or the comfy place on the couch they haven't really gotten moving yet, especially those California folks. So what I'd love for you to do is, while we're getting started here, use this comment section on Facebook and tag some people you'd love to join us this morning. Morning, Rhonda Hubbard. And a lot of you guys, Carol Garner, I see you there too. Who on your team would you like to be with us and join us this morning? Tag them right here. Put their name in, tag them, and let's invite them to join us while we're kind of just talking about some current events before we get into the meat of the training. Good morning, Denise. I see a bunch of you guys that I saw at our amazing Blue Ridge Bootcamp, and it was so much fun. Kind of coming down off that mountaintop experience. It is Wednesday, but you know, one of the things we talk about is it's Friday, it's Saturday, it's Sunday, but Monday's coming, and when Monday comes, how do you react? Not only did we have Monday, but this is Wednesday of the last week of the month. So Monday came and we had about 8 or 9 days left in the month. We've got a week left in the month right now. We got qualifiers day on August 1st. So we're going to buckle down and we're going to focus in on some of that stuff right now. But keep tagging people and letting them know we're here, that you'd love for them to join us. Obviously, there are a few that have said, hey, I'm working today, I got a job, I can't be on this morning. The recording is going to be here and on YouTube for you to join us later, okay? Let me catch you up, because I know whether we have right now or on people watching the replay, we're going to have some people that joined us for the first time that really don't know what we're doing here. The content's going to be applicable because it's the end of the month and people need to get focused. So we're going to get to that point. But what we're doing is, the whole mission here is that life works better on rhythms. Our entire life, not just our Juice Plus business, but our entire life, getting up, having a quiet time, exercising, doing the things that you need to do to make the day the most productive day it can be. And we even have a journal that we use called the Growth Planner, and it starts over. You get a new one every month, and it starts over every month so that you plan your month, and then each day you set goals for your month, and each week, you plan your week, and then you activate and do action steps, and your daily important big rocks get put into each day, and we start with a quiet time every day. So we're trying to teach those rhythms, because I've been with the Juice Plus company almost 36 years. And I've learned entrepreneurial skills, I've learned people skills, and I've learned time management skills and financial stewardship skills, and how to use and manage the money the company's blessed us with. We've learned how to take care of the big rocks first, so you work hard, then you get to play hard. But one of the things that people seem to miss is this rhythm of managing your month. So that's our focus. You've got to manage the month in order to manage your paycheck, and you've got to not let people just kind of react. You've got to get them intentional and proactive. So this call is about finishing July in a powerful and amazing way. But each call, we kind of have a theme or a topic. So you're going to see me, I'm going to weave into this some amazing lessons on, are you approaching life, family, business in the most efficient, productive way possible? And the key principle I want to teach you today is the one of multiplication versus addition. Okay, we're going to talk about that. But let me give you this next slide, and then we're going to dig into the meat. So hopefully some more. Hopefully you're texting people. People are joining us. It's going to be awesome. Our focus this quarter, that's July, August, and September, the whole quarter, the focus is focus. I mean, we want to be focused. The theme or the intention of this quarter is the word focus, to stay focused. Are you focused on what you need to do? And then each month has a different keyword. Like in July, we're focusing on freedom. And you're going to see today and hear today how multiplication brings freedom much easier and quicker and over addition. Next month, we're going to start talking about consistency. And then in September, we're going to talk about team and team building, okay? So that's where we stand. But we're in the middle, company globally, not just us here on this coaching call. We're in the middle of a 90-day challenge. For those of you that are just joining us, our amazing new CEO, Travis Garza, challenged all of us to contact one person per day. I mean, if you're serious about this business, you're probably doing 2, 3, or 4, but everybody needs to be reaching out. Just touching, starting a conversation, not closing the deal with one person per day. And if you're like me and you need a bell, dinger, or whistle or something to go off and remind you because you get busy, you get distracted. Anybody here raise their hand that they get distracted and lose focus? I mean, surely some of you do. I mean, I get so much going on that even sometimes the big rocks get drowned in the noise around me. So I do need the conveniences of modern technology for an alarm to go off, for something to ding, for my watch to vibrate and remind me to do something. And we want to help you do that. So instead of just an alarm on your clock or your watch or your phone, if you go to makealife.com/90, it is 90, but it's the number 90. Makealife.com/90. There's all kind of stuff there to help you. 90-day memory joggers, bitten off into 30-day chunks. You can text a number and we'll send you a text every morning with a tip to remind you to contact somebody, but maybe an idea that'll help provoke a thought of who you might want to contact that day. So we want to provide that resource for you. No charge, no strings attached. It's just a way for us to help you stay focused on what we're focused on through the end of September. Okay, that's our 90-day challenge. I want to make sure you know about that. And then the last thing is we are all about this end of the month urgency. I mean, we are really, really, really focused on end of the month urgency. And it's probably a paradigm shift for some of you. It's an overwhelming thing for those coming out of COVID because COVID conditioned us. But let me give you a little bit of history. I've told you before, but naturally. So if we want to be productive, wouldn't you agree that we have to get rid of things that naturally or by human nature or just culturally happen that are obstacles to that productivity we want? Some of you may have read Stephen Covey's book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's not a new book, but it's one of the greatest business books and personal growth books of all time. But one of the things that he says is you have to be intentional. You have to be reactive, not proactive. Okay? Because the world postpones. COVID made the world want to wait. They were waiting for the government to give them an answer. They were waiting for things to change, things to get better. Is the coast clear? So we programmed a deeper comfort level in waiting and being reactive versus taking charge of your life, creating what you want to create and being proactive. I mean, it was always there in human nature, but one of the consequences of COVID, and the consequences really of socialism, is that you depend on somebody else. You operate and function at a complacency level, knowing that someone else is going to take care of you or you're waiting for an answer. And so the only way to not wait for someone else to give you an answer or just take what the world gives you is for you to be proactive. And in our business, if you're going to learn to manage the month, one of the most evident ways you can be proactive is you use urgency. This month is about to be over. There are things I want to do and accomplish so that my paycheck is bigger than it was last month, so that I'm qualified to get all the bonuses I wanted to get, so that I'm positioned to be at the highest commission level, and so that I get paid the most and my business grows. So that deadline looms, and we've talked about this, and I'm not trying to belabor this, but it's so important. Just like the Apostle Paul used grace as an example. He said, guys, he was talking to the people in Thessalonians, I believe the church he was talking to at the time. He says, you know what? He says, that may be the wrong church, I'm not sure. But he says, God didn't give you grace so you can keep sinning. You see, mankind was saying, this is really cool. God's provided a way to cover my sins. I got grace. It's a free gift from God. So you know what? I can keep doing these bad things because when I do them, I'll just have grace wipe it out again. Start over. That seems amazing because there's these indulgences they wanted, and they wanted grace just to cover it. Besides, grace is not given to you so that you can keep on sinning. Grace is given to you to show God's love and to make you want to stop sinning and not do it anymore. So there should be a change of behavior. But grace is there for the crisis, for the mistakes you made, for the temptations you give into. So how do you transfer that into the business world? Well, when a company has a big heart, they want to reach out and be there for you when crisis happens. They want to be able to have a safety net for you. And our company is one of those companies with a big heart. And so what they do is they allow you to restart. But what we do is, instead of having intentions and planning our month and setting goals and using urgency to hit our goals, we use that restart opportunity to say, you know what, I'm tired, I'm busy, there's only a week left, I'll just start over next month. And you know what? The people that do that, they say the same thing next month. And they say the same thing the month after, because they use grace, or in business, the restart opportunity, to fuel their procrastination. And so we're all about stopping that. Urgency destroys procrastination. And one of the things you'll see is the company understands that too. And so I wanted to make sure you understood this month is our company's first of many months ahead, of many moons ahead, of supporting awakening the world to see how urgency works. So at the end of the month, we're going to do different things to reward those that finish what they started. Probably won't be the same thing every month. It's not going to be an opportunity for you to wait for the special of the month. No, it's going to be a way the company helps you rebuild that urgency into your rhythm. So there's a finish strong incentive going on. Every order counts, whether it's capsules or complete or gummies or whatever it is. Every new order, your name gets in the pot for a drawing every day. The more orders you have, the more opportunities you have, and they're giving away $200 5 times every day between now and the end of the month. So you want to be in on that. It's an amazing thing. It's going to get us all focused, and we're gonna use this as a tool to help learn urgency destroys procrastination. It's amazing. Once you master this skill, you're going to be amazed at how your business turns around, and you get people that set goals, that live by goals, that don't just say, it's okay, I'll just wait till next month. No, they're going to finish what they started because they have intentions and plans and they want to take control of it. So if all of y'all seen this, it's on the hub, it's floating around on Voxer. It's in the What's New section on boards. If you're using the Boards app with your phone, which I highly recommend. I would love here, can you all just, for those that may be not using Boards yet, that are listening to this coaching call and are engaged in the comment section, could you all put some comments in there about what you like about Boards, so that those that are not using Boards would wake up and see the light? It changes your business. It's amazing what you can do from your phone if you start using Boards, okay? All right. Now, let's dive into some principles here, and let's talk about what we started our mission on. And so, is everybody? Let me say one more thing about finishing the month strong, because this is the most important part of these calls. I want you today, sometime ASAP, if you haven't already done it, I want you to pull up your downline and growth report. You should have gotten one in the mail, in your email recently. If not, just go to your My Juice Plus and pull up a report. And if you still call it the virtual office, either one, it's the same thing. One's the older version, one's the newer version. I want you to get a downline growth report, and I want you to get with your upline, your mentor, whoever your coach is, and look at where you are. The numbers are telling, but that data is only good if we use it. Data just sitting there is like, it's information overload. But data used is so valuable, okay? Let's look at where you are based on your goals, okay? So if you're not yet a sales coordinator, you need to be pushing for that for sure to get to the highest pay level. If you're building your business and you're on the way, sometimes you qualify your business and sometimes you don't quite get there, You want to make sure your business is qualified. That's the number 2 most important thing, okay? Qualified for promote out bonus. Look at the numbers, see where you are. Who that you're working with is close to a new title? Are you close to a new title? Do you need one more leg in bonus? What do you need to finish out your structure requirements for your new promotion? Everybody's in a different situation, so I can't coach everybody the same, but everybody can get their downline growth report, get with their upline, their mentor, the person that they trust, that they work with in this business the most, see where you are, see where all the people on your team, the micro goals that you were establishing at the beginning of the month with your team members, see where they are, get on the phone, activate all that. Hey guys, you would say, hey, you're only 2 capsule orders short of your goal this month. And what you're going to do, roll up your sleeves and you're going to activate yourself, your team. You're going to hold everybody accountable to finishing what they started. Wouldn't that be amazing if that was the way in which we all operate instead of the restart fallback, okay? All right, so we're going to do that right now, and we're going to talk about this principle of multiplication versus addition. I want you to look at this for just a minute. And I don't know what that reminds you of, okay? But that's 36 customers that are on that little chart right there, okay? And that's what you need to do if you're doing it all by yourself. If you're thinking, I need to go get 36 trio customers, is $10,800, $10,800 in points, and how much do you need to make sales coordinator? We're talking about getting to that top commission level. So you could go out with the mindset of just adding, you're going out and adding all 36 of these customers. And maybe you're an amazing customer getter. And I want to acknowledge that there's some amazing customer getters. And some people are going to think of what I'm saying is I'm not a good recruiter. But what I want you to look at is I want you to be able to multiply your business and your customer growth. And I want to show you how easy it is to make sales coordinator. Okay, you can do, number 1, we can get you to the top level, commission level in the company, sales coordinator, 15% commission, by you going out and getting 36 customers, trio customers, okay? But let me show you something. This is a paradigm shift moment for you, I hope. I want to show you something. Here's another way to look at this. Let me back up. I'm not really good at, when I'm communicating, sometimes I can't think of good examples. But think of something where one person, let's take golf, for example. Okay. I'm trying to help Lori with her golf swing. We're at the driving range, and I know what she's doing wrong. She's not turning her hips. She's bending her elbows on the backswing, and she's not following through. That was some of the things. So I'm telling her all this, and I think she believes me, but she's not executing it. She's still asking me, what am I doing wrong? I said, I told you what you're doing wrong. You got to go do this. So that would be like, maybe because I'm not an expert at golf, be like me telling Lori to go get 36 customers. And then all of a sudden, brother-in-law comes down to the driving range. Brother-in-law's been a PGA golf teacher for 40 years. I mean, he's a veteran. Can you imagine the language and the verbiage that he's developed over the years? He comes, and he and Lori and I are at the driving range together. We're about to play golf, and he's watching Lori hit the golf ball. And in his own words, in a much shorter and condensed version, he tells her what she's doing wrong. We go play golf 20 minutes later, and she's executing, and she's achieved what she needs to achieve, and she's learned how to do it. First round after that, she's 3 shots, her best round ever. I've been telling her the exact same thing for a long time, but I didn't clearly communicate it, okay? So can you all picture something in your mind? Same thing with my sons. I played college tennis, and I wanted to teach them how to play tennis, and I was very capable of doing it, but it just didn't come good from the father. I had to pay for them to get lessons, okay? So same kind of deal. So think of something in your life where all of a sudden you heard it from a different angle, the light went on, light bulb went off, and you saw it differently. Okay, I think most people get in our business and they think about how many customers they have to get to go advance, and it can look a little bit daunting, okay? Watch this. What if you began, and Travis Garza, our new CEO, has said this too, what if we began to look at, we're not after individuals, we want healthy households. What if we were inspiring healthy homes, healthy families, healthy households around the world? Okay, so this is you and your household. The big three. You and your household, you, your spouse, 2 free kids, maybe grandmom and the third child, or maybe it's just 2. It's you and your spouse, and you get on the trio, your kids get it for free, and you grab a tower garden. But you've created a healthy home. You've gone to one customer. Because I want you to think, I know we have narcissists out there. There may even be some in Washington, D.C. There may be a lot in Washington, D.C. right now that you don't know, but you see on TV. Making false promises for selfish gain. Okay, whatever, however you define a narcissist. But when I'm operating in my Juice Plus business and I'm out and about in the world today, a narcissist in the Juice Plus sense of things would show up to me like this. You're sharing this amazing product of how somebody can flood their body with fruits and vegetables and get the benefit, and 45 studies prove that it works. It's a breakthrough. And the person says, awesome, I got to have that. But forget about my husband, forget about my spouse, forget about my kids. I just want to get healthy. I'm not worried about them. I'm not saying they don't exist. There probably are some narcissists out there that would say something like that, but I don't run into them very often. What I run into is that same person sees and hears, that's awesome. I got to get my spouse on it. I got to get my kids on it. You know, this is amazing. No, none of us eat enough fruits and vegetables. So inevitably, the household is your target. So we go back and we're looking at, to make sales coordinator, you need to go out and get 36 customers on Juice Plus. How many can you get a day and a week? How long is that going to take you? Now, we say, well, I'm going to get my household on Juice Plus. That's how you start. And when you get your household on Juice Plus, you, your spouse, 2 kids for free, grandmom joins, and you get the 3rd child for free, or you get a tower garden, you've done over 900 PVC, and your family, your household is a Partner Plus, and you're getting the benefits of being a Partner Plus. So you've just bought Juice Plus at the best way possible. And all you have to do now is, do you know 3 families, 3 households that would love to get their kids on the product for free and begin this journey of having a healthier home just like you? Just 3, not 36, 3. Each of those families gets the same benefits you did, and then you're going to share with those 3 families, could you help me get 3 too? So you get 3 and they each get 3. So nobody's doing anything but sharing with 3 households how they can get, their kids can get it for free, mom and dad get on it, and either a tower garden or grandma joins, and they're getting Juice Plus at the best way. They've got the Partner Plus benefits, a $100 bonus up front. They get to keep their own sales profit. They get a 5% commission, and their title's permanent for life. Okay? So you do that 3 times. And guess what, guys? I didn't have time to create this slide. In 90 days, if all you do is reach out and you directly impact 3 households and you help support the recognition of 3 other households with your 3 people, your front line right there, your 3 families you impacted, they got $100 their first month. They're going to get $400 for making QSC. Is that not enough of a benefit? $500 for them to share this amazing free kids offer and the benefits of fruits and vegetables with 3 families. You're now a sales coordinator. You've made over $2,500 plus sales commission plus sales profit your first 90 days. Which one does that look easier to explain to somebody how to make sales coordinator, or can you go out and impact 3 can your household get healthy and impact and create 3 healthy households, 3 families? That's the difference. This is the principle of addition. I can do it by myself. I'm going to go get 36 people. You keep adding, and you get your 36 customers. Some of you are so good, you might do a booth or a show this week, and you might get 36 in one day. It's happened before. To me, that task doesn't look nearly as duplicatable and as easy as that. Let's get healthy here in our house, and let's share how we did that with 3 people. And let's inspire those 3 to do the same. That's how easy it is to get to sales coordinator in 90 days. And if you learn to replicate that model, Katie bar the door. There's no limit to what your business can do. And so we have to learn that it's easier, and it's really the design of our type of business. You're probably in this business today because one of the things that attracted you the most, and it's what attracts me the most. In the beginning, I didn't get it. Lori didn't get it. We started because we believed we could make $1,000 a month by getting a few customers. 30 days later, after a lot of hard work, and we made that $1,000 that first month, somebody said, you know, y'all really could do this. You could be a national marketing director. You need to think bigger. And we began to think bigger. And now that we understood that we needed to go out and find 5 people to duplicate what we were doing, and there were no limits. There was life-changing generational income for our family if we did that. We went way beyond our $1,000 a month goal. Now, one of the things I don't want to do is anybody that is after a small goal like we were in the beginning, I don't want to make big income promises to you because Lori and I wouldn't have believed them in the beginning anyway. If you want to start out and you need to get your confidence up by going out and getting a few customers yourself and not thinking households, not thinking families, just thinking real simple, who's the next customer? Great. But don't miss the opportunity. Even that one person you're talking to, they're a part of either a nuclear family, a multi-generational family. There's a household that they're a part of that also needs to be healthy. So you can gradually go from talking to one person to creating healthy households. It won't take long. Okay? And even that journey to getting to $1,000 a month, it's still easier to do it this way because everybody needs to be a sales coordinator to make sure you've maximized your income and you're not leaving any money on the table. And I think Leanne Gordon sent this to me this morning. You know, on Voxer, our goal is healthy families, healthy homes. Make that your goal. And you know the story, we've talked about it. If you're trying to accomplish something, picture it as an elephant. And how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Okay? But what if you could just eat that elephant in a little bit bigger bites? Instead of taking the baby bite, what if you learned how to open wide and take a chunk out? You've seen people that eat an apple. Some people will eat an apple in like 3 bites, and some will take 20 bites. I don't know which one's better for your digestion or for your chewing process, but all I'm saying is there's somebody that ate that apple and consumed it much quicker than the other, much more, in my mind, efficiently than the other with less effort. So can we all decide right now? I'd love for just some affirmation that you're hearing me, you're listening to me. Can we leave right here and take the next 7 days, start out right now to close this month out and make it something we embrace for the future? Can we decide right now that our goal is not one person on Juice Plus? Our goal is the next household. Who is the next home, family, household we can get on Juice Plus? And we're going to think like that from now on. Okay? Even if you're talking to one person, you're going to cast the vision for their home, their household, their family getting healthy, not just connecting that one person with the solution to bridging the gap between what they should eat and what they actually do eat. The goal is to have households and homes bridge their nutrition gap. That way you're getting a 3 for 1. You're getting 3 customers. Every time you talk to somebody, you'll multiply your growth. What if you could multiply the growth of your business by 3? Would that not be cool? All right, a couple more things we want to talk about. I want to cast your vision for Level Up. Okay? Picture this studio that's like $100,000 a day to rent it, with screens everywhere. Some of you may have seen Level Up before, but the intent is we can do live events that are so critical, that are the lifeblood of our business, just like our Blue Ridge Bootcamp. How many of you were at Blue Ridge Bootcamp? Give me a thumbs up in here. And if you have a nugget you took away from the weekend, share it with those on the call here that didn't get to make it to Blue Ridge. So live events are number one, no doubt. But what if sometimes, like twice a year, we were to do something that we learned? COVID, maybe one of the good things about COVID was there's a powerful way to use Zoom as long as it doesn't create isolation and lack of community. But during COVID, we learned how to use the tool, but it happened without community and in isolation. And so that's what we don't want to have happen. We don't want screen time to create an isolated way to do our business, because it doesn't work. So this is a way for us to take a central production where you bring in the best speakers in the world, you have the best technology so that you can gather in pods, in homes, in lake houses, and Airbnbs, wherever you're gathering in groups, so that you bring a smaller, more intimate community where you're together, you're fellowshipping, you're sharing food and drinks and fun, and you're just having the time of your life because you're together, but on the screen you have content that's being beamed into you, okay? And you can go live and go to the studio in Las Vegas too. I think the most productive way to use it is to get 5 people to come over to your home, or 10 or 4 or whatever. But challenge here is sign up for Level Up, or make sure your upline or somebody has got the ticket and you're going to their home, you're going to be a part of their pod. But the key is sign up for Level Up and just commit to right now you're not going to watch it alone. Even if it's one other person, the opportunity to interact and discuss is so cool. Now, I know there's some people that are going to be, hey, I'm not around anybody I know, I'm on vacation, but I'm going to pause and watch Level Up or whatever. There's going to be exceptions. So we'd rather you watch it alone than not watch it at all. Okay? But do that. And then, guys, if you've recruited somebody that's 2,000 miles away from you and you can't very easily get to them, think about the cost of plane tickets. Think about the cost of travel. And if that person's brand new and they haven't yet built the income for their business where they think they can go spend, I don't know, $75 to $100. I forgot exactly what it cost. It's about $100, I think. How many plane tickets how many Level Up tickets could you buy before you paid for one plane ticket? Consider if you've got an out-of-town person that you're trying to reach or work with on your team, why don't you gift them? If they make the commitment to you to watch it, better yet, watch it and have somebody come watch it with them, why not make that an investment in that person and consider that part of your training expense to rise up a new leader? How many of you just put their first name in here right now maybe? How many of you are working with somebody that's not in the same market you're in? They're more than 100 miles from where you live, let's say. They're either brand new or they're on your team. I mean, it could even be a prospect that hadn't fully made a decision. Maybe it's a customer that's considering the business. They live more than 100 miles away from you, that you think maybe securing them watching Level Up would be a good idea. That would be a great thing for you to put on your big rock task list today, is who am I going to gift a Level Up exposure to that I can't be there to watch it with them? Everybody can't do that. But some of you leaders on this line know who those people are. Maybe you could reach out to somebody you could split it with somebody. There's probably not a better investment that you can make into that person. They would never get equipped and trained better than you gifting Level Up to them and making sure they get to see it wherever they are. Okay? Think about that. All right. The training we're going to do in August. Every month we've done a special training. Lori and I are leaving in a couple of days. We're going to Alaska. Yesterday was our anniversary. 37 years. And, I'm big on this business accomplishing bucket list things for us. So Saturday we're leaving to go to Alaska. And because of this business, that will be my 50th state. I will have been to all 50 states. Big bucket list. And the coolest thing is in the process of us booking this trip to Alaska, Hope's on Instagram and connects with Jessica, who's a native Alaskan, lives out there. And guess what? She actually lives in the same little bitty small fishing village that we're going to be in Kenai, to be in the salmon run. And we're going to do a little Juice Plus event for her while we're there, get to meet her. And it's totally a write-off. That wasn't the intent when we booked the trip. But that's a cool thing we're doing. But when I get back, the reason I said all that, because there's another surprise coming up too. When I get back from Alaska, I'm going to do this training. It's one of my favorites. But it divides your Juice Plus journey into 4 stages. And it explains and describes the role of the partner on the journey at each stage, and their upline, their leader, their sponsor. What role do you play to help them walk through all 4 stages of the Juice Plus journey? So I'm going to do that on August 17th at 10:30 a.m. Okay, so mark that on your calendar. Actually, you can just go to makealife.com/coaching calendar, And it's all there. Makealife.com/coaching calendar, and it'll add all these events to your calendar, okay? Another quick announcement, and Hope is going to post a link to an amazing video, or she may just post it on the page later, but Jeff Voth, who is an amazing pastor, Bible teacher, leadership teacher, mentor, has a heart for restoring the family in America. He thinks, and I do too, thinks that's where the critical breakdown has happened. So at our worship gathering in Charlotte, that's going to be the thing we're going to focus on. And as a company, I believe that this business is to be the foundation for the purpose, passion, and calling that God's given you. And so as an army, there are things that we can do because of this business. My goal, my life goal, my big purpose was not to be a national marketing director. It wasn't to be a PMD plus. It wasn't to be a founder. It was to go build a business that God put in front of me so that I could be available to be the person, the father, the husband, and do the things that God called me to do in the way He wanted me to do them. So I wanted to be freed up to be available for God's calling on my life. And the beginning of that is a husband, a wife, a mother, and a father is the family. So we're going to talk about that in our worship gathering and makealife.com/worship. You can get tickets. I know it got close to selling out yesterday. I mean, I don't know how, there's a few more tickets, and we may be able to add some more yesterday. I don't know exactly how many are left, but the mobile version of Eventbrite crashed a little bit yesterday morning, so some of you got frustrated. So there are a few tickets left, and if it gets sold out, we'll try to get some more, but no promises because of the convention center and the fire code, okay? So that's that. And then right here, while I'm gone to Alaska, I don't think we have Wi-Fi. We're in this flying in on a float plane in a fishing cabin. Catherine Lee is going to do our kickoff the month Start Well coaching call on August the 2nd. Same time, same place, same bat channel right here. But our lovely, wonderful, and one of my buddies, Catherine Lee, who is just an inspiration to all of us. And she's the epitome of what I just told you about, and that is finding your passion and calling and letting this business be the fuel and the finances and the support, the foundation for what you're called to do with your life, okay? So just know that Catherine's going to do that call for us on August the 2nd. I'm afraid you won't ever come back once you hear Catherine because she's so good and you're going to get tired of hearing me. But Catherine's going to just join us on this journey on August the 2nd. It's going to be amazing. Hope will be there and be engaged with you guys. But I will be probably on the Kenai River with waders on trying to catch all the salmon I can catch to bring home and put in. Lori says I bought something to bury people in, but I bought us this big, huge chest freezer. It would fit, 3 people could fit in it, I think. It is 6 feet long. But the goal is to bring home about 300 pounds of salmon. We'll see. But if we do our limit every day and all of us catch them, that's what we'll do. And so we had a place to put that. And if you come visit us, we'll definitely whip you up some salmon on the grill. And I'll have to send Michael and Catherine some for her being our hostess with the mostest on August the 2nd. Okay? So that's all I've got for today. But what are some of the things we talked about? Making sure you get on the call, get your downline growth report, see where you are, get on the phone with your mentor, your upline, the person that works with you and helps you, that holds you accountable, and let's see what you got left. We got 7 days. Let's finish it. Let's don't make this another month where we just procrastinate and throw it into the next month. Aren't you tired of doing that? If you're doing that, aren't you tired of setting goals and just throwing that goal and finishing what you started, just throwing it into the next month because you can restart or because you're just reactive and you're not intentional? All you got to do is decide to stop. You can stop that. And you just have to do what you need to do to get it done. So that's one thing I want you to do. The second thing is make sure you're using boards and checking that out. Okay? And I would like for you to make sure that you decide right now that your next customer is a family that's going to be a healthier family. It's a household where you're going to change the health and experience of that entire family. You're going to go in there, show them how the kids can get it free, show them how to get the best deal, get a rebate, get a commission and sales profit back for life by making Partner Plus. Everybody's going to be happy, and you've just bitten your elephant with the biggest bite that you've ever taken to accomplish some major goals. Because remember, we want to stop trading hours for dollars. We want to create residual income, and it looks like this, where you're making money tomorrow off what you did yesterday. You're making money next year off what you did last year. You're making money in 10 years off what you did 10 years ago. That's the business you can create, okay? It's going to be awesome. Let's wrap this month up with a bang, and school's about to start back, so we got a lot of work to do to get all these healthy families as they get ready to send their kids back to school, okay? And football season too. Hope your team's good, because ours is. Go Dogs.